Let's get some more analysis then from Andreas Umland, who is a research fellow at the Swedish Institute of International Affairs and joins us now live from Berlin. Andreas, thank you very much indeed for joining us. So bearing in mind the exemption for Hungary and the lack of sanctions over gas imports, how damaging do you think these sanctions will be?
Not as damaging as one would have hoped. Also, the current sanctions that have been imposed on oil via the sea, they will only become fully operational by the end of the year. What we would need is sanctions now and more radical sanctions. But still, this is a progress. This is at least a clear signal to Moscow that it will get more and more problems as time goes on. So at least in symbolic terms, that is important. And if we are still in this conflict by the end of the year, of course, this will also create problems for Russia. Russia can export this oil also to other countries, but it will then have to do it perhaps at a discount. It will be more problematic for Russia to earn money from this oil trade.
And can the world, and I suppose I mean specifically at first the EU, can the EU and the world cope without Russian oil and gas?
At least concerning gas, this is not that this is not that much of a problem. Oil is fungible. It is easy transportable, and this sea-borne gas oil that is currently being imported can be replaced simply with tanker oil from other exporters. The countries that do not have immediate access to the sea, like Hungary, they are exempted from this embargo, and then they can still import their oil from Russia via the pipeline. So I guess what we now have is the best that was currently achievable.
And President Zelensky has been critical of the delay between the fifth and the sixth package of sanctions, during which time, of course, President Putin would have made billions and billions of dollars. But politicians in each of the countries that have to agree these sanctions are dealing with a cost of living crisis. So are further sanctions just going to become increasingly more difficult?
Yes, that has already been said in your previous video. Indeed, it will be now be more and more difficult to find an agreement among all the 27 member countries of the European Union. Each of them has a sort of veto right here, and you need to get all countries on board for further sanctions rounds. But I still hope there will be further sanctions if the war continues as it does. And the most sensible issue here is, of course, the still large gas imports that are going on and that need to be tackled. Germany has already taken the decision to cut these gas imports, but so far Germany is still importing most of the gas that the European Union is importing from Russia.
And therein lies the big problem. Andreas, thank you very much indeed for the moment. That's Andreas Umland joining us live from Berlin.